You're watching Monty TV. I'm Jackie Karsh, sitting down now with Andrew Ng. He's the founder and executive chairman, and Dan Maloney, the CEO of AI transformation specialist Landing AI. Thank you so much for both of you sitting down with me.
Great to be here.
What does Landing AI do?
Sure. So Landing AI, really what we're trying to simply do is we're trying to become kind of the one-stop shop for enterprises, B2B businesses, that one-stop shop for all their visual AI tasks. And so what are visual AI tasks? So basically we're trying to help enterprises with all their visual data. So this is image, videos, documents, et cetera. And they really want to do tasks like visual inspection, document extraction, video search and retrieval. We were just talking about it before we came on camera. You know, your past 11 years of all the videos that you've shot and so on. How can you go in and pull exact clips in those videos, do a search, find out where that interview was at that moment and grab those clips. That also can be very valuable for enterprises to be able to insert those visual AI tasks into the enterprise. So that's really where our focus is.
Tell me about the agentic reasoning and how that is manifesting.
One of the biggest trends in AI has been agentic workflows, which means that today a lot of people go to AI model like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude and write a text prompt and ask it to generate a response. And that's as if you're asking it to just type an essay for you, writing from the first word to the last word all in one go without ever using backspace. And what we find is that if you give it AI more time to think, to examine a piece of data, to iterate on it, it gives a much better work output. So agents are really taking off in the broader world. What we have found is by taking this type of agentic workflow idea and applying it to visual data, instead of having AI glance at the picture and tell you, what is this, we let it look at the picture, examine it, zoom into it, really think for a while, we get much better work outputs. So one example would be, we do a lot of work extracting things from PDF files. Businesses have tons of PDF files. And it turns out that a lot of companies have tried to take a glance and pull out the text, but documents are fundamentally a visual representation of information. Where's the checkbox? What does this feel? What does the chart say? And we find that with a visual agentic workflow, we can have software look at the PDF file, cut into pieces, reason about it, and extract information from all these valuable documents much better than anything else we've seen out there.
So much of the buzz about AI, though, is the speed, right? So how do you get people to slow down?
We don't want to.
Yeah. well, I'll say this. I mean, you're right in a sense of speed, accuracy, performance are critical. First of all, when you're leveraging AI, you want it to be very performant and very accurate in the tasks that it's tackling, whether that's around, text, image, video, and so on. And again, that speed at which you can get your answers and automate that process. But yes, at the same time, one of the challenges actually not only for us, but really for the entire enterprise or all enterprises and all companies around AI, is the speed at which AI is moving, right? And this can actually be challenging from companies and enterprises, even individuals adopting it. One day something is mainstream and that's the most popular AI tool or model being used. A day later that can be disrupted. So I definitely understand from a B2B point of view where companies are often worried about risk, compliance, making sure things are safe and secure, where that can be a concern. But that again is where we focus on handling all that complexity, that speed, and just make sure we deliver solutions to to enterprises that fit their business needs and requirements.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why AI feels like it's moving so fast is when the ChatGPT moment came, that broke open text data processing, and the world has so much text, so there are so many new opportunities to just do stuff that wasn't possible before. Most of the world's data by gigabytes is visual data, not text. And so as we break open the logjam, as AI gets better, which we're seeing right now, to process visual data, I think it will even speed up because the set of opportunities for what we can now get computers to do for us will suddenly take another step change up.
Obviously, AI is evolving so quickly. Where do you see the future of visual AI, and how is your company kind of setting the pace?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, when we speak to kind of the future of visual AI and vision data, I think what's really been interesting at kind of the core here is, first of all, we're very focused on what I'll call like vision first business processes and vision first tasks, but multimodality is a key aspect of that. So many of our customers, when they're solving their challenges, it might be bringing in, as we talked about, image, video, documents into that equation. text also plays a key part in that. We're also starting to see, the evolution of, new visual data like screens and audio coming into play. For example, when we were able to do like search and retrieval on videos, we might look for, you might prompt it to say, hey, find a certain scene, and it might visually look for yourself, for example, or you might detect audio that's in that video and you want to pull out that part, or there might be captionings behind the scenes. So I think what we're seeing is ultimately kind of the future of visual AI is kind of the blending or multimodality of these pieces, and really starting to go into many different verticals, because as Andrew said, the majority of the world's data is actually unstructured, and the majority of that unstructured data is actually image, videos, documents, et cetera. And so the ability for a company like ourselves to kind of blend all that together to help companies tap into that, 80, 90% of unstructured data that they have inside their organizations in their, S3 buckets, for example, and kind of unlock that gold or oil that they have, we think is where a big part of AI is going over the next 5 to 10 years.
I think the number of use cases will explode. I remember sometime back, I think it was like 9 months working on a medical intake form. You just read the form, figure out where's the name, which checkboxes check for the sex of the patient, what body part is, and so on. And it took months to get AI to read, like a single form. Today, our technology looks at the form and automatically takes, several seconds to process it, extracts all this information out. So something that took, I think, me and some really good engineers months to do, now anyone could do in like half a day, maybe even less than half a day. And I think this lowering of the bar of access to processing, be it medical intake forms, financial documents, or lots of other things, it means that we'll see a really exciting blossoming of letting AI do tons of visual AI tasks in the future.
Yeah, I love that input-output result. Thank you for charting the new frontier. Dan and Andrew, really appreciate sitting down with you both.
Thanks,
Thank you
Jackie.
so much. Appreciate it.